What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting a lot of feedback about some of the golden ticket reviews that you guys want to see. Here is one that we're going to be trying out right now that after I went into the game, I had a different type of scheme. All right, I had a different idea to kind of utilize Brian Burns because he's one of those linebackers that actually gets lurker. Other linebackers like Jadeveon Clowney, they don't get it, which doesn't make any sense because he's 6'5". You would think they would give it to him, but I guess he's not more of a guy that we think of out there playing coverage, so I guess it does make sense when you think about it. But this guy is a golden ticket. He gets lurker. He gets those different type of defensive chems. So I thought it would be worth it to give him a dabble, see what it is. Also, we're going to be running the regular 4-6 bear in the gameplay that you're going to be seeing right now. So it's pretty much an experiment. All right, I haven't done extensive labbing. I lab in head-to-head. So if I run into you and I'm just doing whatever I want, that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. Now, when I have my defenses set and everything is good and you beat me, it's like, wow, okay, good stuff, bro. Because I really try to make sure that what I come out with is wild and savage. All right, so pretty much what we're going to be doing right now is going over some of the things that we're going to actually put on Brian Burns real quick. We're going to have the lurker. You got to have acrobat. You got to have enforcer. We're going to go ahead and give him pick artist and things like that. That's pretty much all it is. As far as like the zone hawk as a superstar X factor, I generally have that on people that I user because it just makes them light up and it kind of scares your opponent once you get one pick and they know that that's your user. They try to avoid it. So when that happens, you just pretty much steer your defense to the other side. You see what I'm saying? Because now they'll know, okay, this dude is, he's enraged, bruh. The dude got the whole zone hawk going. They'll stay far away from it, especially if you have a user that can have the lurker ability because they're just, for some reason, when they're lit up, they go, they jump extra high for some reason. So those are just the abilities right there: lurker, pick artist, acrobat, enforcer. We're going to go ahead and give him the usual stuff, the sprinter, his team chem, and then we're going to go ahead and give him pass rush chemistries. Now, the whole purpose of this video, like I tell you guys, when you guys come to watch like my experiments, the one thing that I try to make sure you guys understand is I don't care what's going on in the game. I'm going to do my best to stay true to it. Now, it always turns out that I'm playing a top 10 player whenever I'm doing any kind of experiment. That's usually what happens. It's always something that's really, really, really weird. But again, with the way that it is, it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, what's going to happen is this. You guys need to understand experimentation in the game. It's for us to know going forward. Everything that I'm doing right now is preparing us for Madden 21. That's pretty much what's going on. Everything is preparing us for Madden 21 because we have to know or have an idea about what abilities may remain the same. Like, for instance, right? A lot of the abilities from Madden 19, we already knew they sucked, so we didn't play around with it as much. Like, we tried Out of My Way, but we knew it was garbage once it was tuned in 19. We tried a couple of them, but we were in and out like a robbery, bro. Like completely gone. Like, it was done. We were not playing around and trying to stay with it. Like, yo, let me just see if this works. We tried it out. It was done. We were, it's over. Similar things now, because these things are not going anywhere. It's absolutely not going anywhere, bro. Like, you're gonna have to deal with the fact that abilities are a thing. Now, if they try to give us more, I don't know if that's gonna be the case, if they give us more than 3 on both sides of the ball, but I will tell you this, these abilities are gonna be here. So when I'm doing this all, if you go back to my Madden 19 videos, you'll see I did the same thing. So when we started the year off, I kind of had an idea. So when we figured out, before they tuned up the finesse moves, guys, we were able to kind of get the feedback from the previous year. So everything that I'm doing right now is to kind of gauge it because it may turn out next year that utilizing a linebacker is a better user than a secondary player like a safety or a free safety. Even though I always tend to use my safety, going all the way back to Madden 16. Again, this is purely experimental, all right? This is not the way that you have to use Brian Burns. I'm just saying, they give him lurker. Why not let him, why not let us use lurker? Why not let us, see what it's all about? Because he is 6'5", so he's bigger than Taylor Mays, so there should be nothing to get over him. The one thing that I want to point out, though, is EA did a good job about making the players, like, because it's a linebacker, he doesn't have that flexible movement the way that Taylor Mays does. Taylor Mays is moving like the river, bro. Like, he's just flowing. He's good to go. Same thing with Pat Tillman. Sean Taylor, the GOAT, he's also very, very good. But these are the things that make it so that people can't really do a lot of the things that they want to do to you because you can outmaneuver them. Also, another thing that I want to point out, you do lose the boost because he's a linebacker and not a secondary position. The corners, the safeties, they all get that boost when you click on defensively. All right, so taking a quick look at the numbers, you know, obviously Shazier goes to a 98. Everything that's on Ryan Shazier is boosted, but it's not boosted right now. We're just taking a look at what Brian Burns was really quickly. The reason that I just rushed through that is it's nothing fascinating about it, and we're not going to be using him as a rusher. If you're going to be utilizing him as a rusher, you're doing it wrong, because there's so many other players that are way better than him that are not golden tickets. All right, I told you, Jadeveon Clowney, Lawrence Taylor, all those guys are better than him. He's just a golden ticket. Like I told you guys, this is solely for the purposes of trying to see what it's all about, helping you guys get through some times because you guys have a lot of questions. I'm going to try to go through all of them, but if in any case, I don't want to waste all my coins, because like I said, there really isn't any way to possibly make you know, a lot of coins right now with the way everything is. So here it goes right now. Number 3 in the world. I have several videos here where, you know, I completely dominated him in the game. You know, this guy, he's going to come out, you know, typically he has his little offense that he runs, but for the most part, he's been running spread. He's been top 100 for, like, you know, the last couple of years or whatever like that. A guy that just comes out and he plays his game. He doesn't care, does whatever he has to do. Always tough competition. But I've been able to, with my new defenses, be able to, like, pretty much have, you know, a step up on him for the most part. But like I said, he's always going to be a sweaty because he doesn't care. He'll throw it in the coverage. He'll do a lot of wild things. Also, he's one of the guys that went out and started, you know, powering up their corners and their safeties because of what I did to him when I was bossing him. You'll notice in this game, he's going to get the better of me because of certain things that are going to be going on with the matchups. Both times that you're going to see what happens, I mistimed the jump. And that's another reason that I like Madden 20 as opposed to like even 18 with the high point passes and stuff like that, because everything is different. Now, like right here, you see Brian Burns? Brian Burns can't move the way that, you know, Taylor Mays can. He can't move like that, right? But he has that 97 speed and he's 6'5". But anything that's underneath, he pretty much can go ahead and get that thing. Now remember, this is all 4-6 bear. It's not 3-4 bear. That's why I'm utilizing him as my user. All right, just so you guys understand, I have a lot of different defensive schemes that I don't run when I stream, and I lab it off stream. Like most of the times that you guys run into me in Weekend League, you'll see it. Like I'm just always labbing, and I lab in head-to-head because it's not a big deal. Even though this is my playoff game, I don't really care. And I'm not going to change it up and, you know, do something else because, like I said, when I'm recording a gameplay, I'm recording a gameplay. Now, right here, I went out too wide, and he was able to get that set. Remember what I'm telling you. The double team is very easy to moss, but it's all about the timing. And if you make that wrong move, like right there, that was supposed to be a catch. That was my fault. And I saw it the whole way. It was like ridiculous. Like even when I went up for it. And he understands, like this guy knows to never leave me one-on-one. Okay, because you know, the beatings that this guy has taken is wild. So he knows, like, yo, bro, no matter what happens, I don't know how he threw that ball. I thought he was sacked. And that's another thing with the 4-6 bear. Like right there, it'll scream, but it's inconsistent. It's very inconsistent. I think I could have done something else that would have made it a little bit more OP. I don't know if I want to give up on it completely because it can work. The problem is the way that it does work, because it's a lot of work to actually get the players to be where you want them to be, which is probably why a lot of the players didn't really want to use it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 3-4 bear is just such an easier setup. The regular bear, you got to put some work in. You got to really do stuff. Plus, when you play spread, it's a little bit more involved. Right there, that could have been a touchdown if I just stayed wide. This guy was, bro, okay, hit stick me then. You know, you want my mom's number? Take it. Right here, I was just really trying to establish the run. All right. Now, he's running a basic 3-4, you know, cover 4 drop and just doing foolishness. And he was able to do a lot of really wild things. And again, usually I don't have issues with it, but like I said, when I come out and I'm experimenting, right there he just screamed. That's pretty much what you'll get once you figure out what's going on. No matter what happens though, you will always get the pressure out of the 4-6 bear. The problem is the way that your players align. You see like how they're always screaming? You got to know that the zones play differently in the 4-6 bear as opposed to the 3-4 bear. So if you have certain coverages that you like with 3-4, I would just stay with that and not really worry about it, because, you know, even like right here, Kelvin Benjamin pushed him right into me. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that was going on in this game was just wild. That's usually going for 6. Low key, I was gonna raid sell Kelvin Benjamin for that. Now right here, look, you see what happened with that? Everything that I was doing, he was just, bro, it was good. He just made sure that he was able to out-user me, and he had his protection with the other guy, so he definitely played it right. If I would have continued to do it, obviously I would have been able to moss him, but the way the game started to play, I was out of my rhythm, bruh. Like, I'm really trying to make this blitz scream, and I just couldn't get it to scream the way I wanted to. And like I said, a lot of it has to do with the alignment. If you look on the right side, the way that the guy is set up, he's not really, it's not ideal the way that he's set up on the edge. Because a lot of the reasons that my blitz screams is because of that. The way that they line up when I get them to do what they're going to do. Then when I set their blitz angles, it's all beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is bad about, okay, good stuff. Oh, okay, pick it, run it for 6 then. All right, yo, offensive pass interference. It looked like he was just standing there. I'll take it though. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know. Bro, the dude tried to moss me with Tyreek Hill. The dude just comes out running whatever he wants. Now, right here, like even with this right here, I thought I had him, but he did a good job. Like, he stayed clicked on. I could have just stayed wide right there and go for 6. I don't know what I was doing. I honestly don't know what I was doing this game. Everything that I did is just so, oh my God. I'm looking at it like, come on, man. But I'm like, listen, it don't matter. We're still in the game. We're going to still fight. It is what it is. We know we got the user. We know we got where did this guy come from? He just, bro, like, okay, I should have just stayed wide right there again. Because the way that he was going to play it, he was playing it like he knew exactly which way I was going to go. But usually with the zigzag, the reason that you get your opponent off guard is because you obviously go, in a way that, it doesn't make any sense. Right here, I get called for holding because I forgot that I was on aggressive on my last drive. Because typically when you run an aggressive, it's better to just run it on aggressive when you're under center. In shotgun, more than likely, unless you're running that ace slot, they usually call you a lot. I don't know what that was. Like, bro, do you see what is Okoye doing? Like, bro, my user was just way wild this game. Bro, I don't know what was happening. And then look, right here, I'm going clean for 6, and my lineman just blocks me. I could not get out my own way. You know what I'm saying? And then usually my defense forces turnovers for me to keep getting the ball. And I knew at this point, like, I don't have, the proper personnel the way that it's supposed to be. Oh, he actually blocked him. He got another hit stick, and he didn't fumble. Yo, shout out to Peyton, bro. Yo, bro, this is bro, Sweetness ain't playing, bro. Usually, I guess he probably realized that this game was like, we don't want to lose the game if we don't have to. So he just didn't put the ball on the ground, because usually all those would have been fumbles. Now we're starting to scream a little bit. He quick hikes me. I thought I had that. That's why I put Acrobat on the safeties. A lot of you guys are like, yo, Gmia, why is Acrobat so important? That's why. They usually go for those diving picks. Unfortunately for me, they didn't want to pick it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do about it. Like, when your team doesn't want to pick the ball, there's nothing you can do about it. Right there, he caught me off my user, obviously. Whenever you see a play where it's like, how is he doing that? That's usually what happened. Like, it's something to where it's like, okay, he was pressing the button real quickly, and I was trying to, cycle through my players, and I wasn't able to get back. So right here, this is where it gets very, very interesting, right? We get the pick. Like, usually if this happens, the game is over. I'm gonna make a drastic error, and it's not even that right here. Like, even right there, I could have just stayed left and gone for 6 right there. I don't know what I was doing. We do this right here. Look at this. I'm literally doing whatever I want. I'm 100% doing whatever I want. Now, right here, I didn't want to throw it. I try to throw it away. I get sacked. I'm like, all right, cool, EA. Yeah, bro, EA is not playing games right now. Like, they are showing me that everything that I try to do, they're gonna let this guy get the win. Okoye just went crazy, and then I get called for holding again. Like, bro, I don't even know what was going on. Alex Mack, you're getting rage sold immediately. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I was called for holding twice this game. Both times, I either was in on the other drive trying to do some like tight stuff, and like the close, when you're in the red zone and you forget and it's just on, and then you randomly have it on all game and they never call it. It was that type of thing. Now right here, the way that this works out, he throws that right there. Like, I don't know if Sherman would have picked that, but Byron Jones got mossed. And then right here, Warren Sapp, he's just not fast enough, bro. That's the one thing about him. He's just not fast enough, bro. And then he goes ahead, he kicks the field goal. GG's to him. I will tell you this, that Bear defense is probably not going to be the smartest defense to pick, because it takes too much as far as the setups go and the angle around it when you have to put the angles in. Also, with the way that the deep blues play, it's a lot different, like I said earlier, than with the way that the 3-4 Bear blues play. So everything is a little bit different. So I just want to make sure you guys know that if you do want to experiment, it's probably better to just stay with the 3-4 Bear as opposed to the 4-6 Bear. All right. GG's to my opponent. Like I said, I'll see him again. Next time I see him, I'll have my right defense. I'll be back up and running, and I'm going to moss him even harder next time, because the dude got me twice. Both, my fault, absolutely my fault with the way that I used my player. But again, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and see what EA is trying to give me right now. Can you give me something decent? I just got dealt with accordingly and got mossed in the game where it was just like cool. Like Byron Jones, I cannot wait for Jalen Ramsey to come out as a golden ticket. I cannot wait. Yo, that dude, Byron Jones, is getting officially rage sold ASAP like Rocky. All right, EA, give me garbage packs. Cool. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comment section. Please feel free to write down whatever you want reviewed in the future. Write the number 3 if you've been keeping up with the series. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.